Hello friends, my name is Mr. Kiran Dhawale from RBNB College, Sri Rampur. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about alpha halo ketone effect. Okay, this point is of 6-membered ring system contain unsaturation of 6-membered ring system. In unsaturation of 6-membered ring system, there is presence of double bonds, presence of triple bonds, and if there is a presence of ketone or carbonyl group. Okay, so in this case, alpha halo ketone effect, first we try to draw a planar structure of cyclohexanone. So this is the planar structure of cyclohexanone, and here this is the structure of cyclohexane. Okay, now what is the difference between these two structures? Here in cyclohexyl ring system, all these carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized. And here, out of these 6 carbon, 1 carbon is sp2 hybridized. So that 5 carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized and 1 carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. Okay, and what is the geometry of sp2 and sp3 hybridization? Okay, so here sp2 hybridization contain trigonal planar geometry, and sp3 hybridization contain tetrahedral geometry. Okay, so in this case bond angle is 120 degree and here bond angle is 109.28. okay, so here somewhat change in the angle between the bonds of the same carbon atom, and here we try to draw both the structures in chair conformation. Here suppose this is chair and this is your first carbon atom, and in this structure we try to convert that first carbon atom by the carbonyl group. Okay, so now we convert that, or here also we try to convert that into the carbonyl. At that time that CH2 group, 2 hydrogens can replaced by the carbonyl group. Okay, now we write here, or we draw these 2 bonds or carbonyl group not exactly at the equatorial and not exactly at the axial position. Why? Because there is trigonal planar geometry, and that geometry we see in model. Okay, now you see here this is our model, and suppose we consider this carbon atom is our carbon which can be replaced by sp2 carbon atom, or it can transform from sp3 to sp2 carbon atom. Okay, suppose in this case this is tetrahedral geometry. Suppose we can consider only this carbon atom, at that time 4 bonds and having 109, which is tetrahedral bond angle. Okay, and now we can convert that carbon atom into the sp2 hybridized carbon atom by removing this, and in this case this bond is axial bond and this is equatorial bond, but now both the positions are wiped out, and we can replace this by this planar, trigonal planar bond, and this is the new geometry having a single bond here. And now when we see only these three bonds, at that time we have bond angle is only 120 degree. Okay, and according to this we see here this is an oxygen atom, and okay, you see here this green color bond is double bond, and here this is oxygen which is double bonded to the carbon atom, and this is carbonyl group. Okay, now you see here the bond angle is only 120 degree. Okay, and this carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, and here this is the structure of cyclohexanone. Okay, this is the structure of cyclohexanone. All these five carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized, so that there is two hydrogens are present on these positions, and here there is no any position remains for the hydrogen in this sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Okay, so we go for the alpha haloketone effect. Okay, if in this same structure we are going to discuss about cyclohexane and cyclohexanone. Okay, suppose here the bonds, or these are the hydrogens present on the carbon atoms. Okay, suppose these are the hydrogens. I would like to give some idea about the hydrogen present on the adjacent carbon atom in sp3 hybridization. Okay, now you see here these are the hydrogens present on the adjacent carbon atom. Here this hydrogen is in between these two hydrogens. Okay, so here we look clearly, these two hydrogens are staggered with the first one hydrogen. Okay, and this hydrogen is also staggered with these two hydrogens. Okay, now we see here in case of sp3 and sp2 carbon atoms. Okay, suppose we try to say here about this sp2 carbon atom, and this one is the sp3 carbon atom. At that time you see here the bond angle or dihedral angle between these two bond is nearly eclipsed. Why? Because the sp2 carbon atom is present adjacent to the sp3 carbon atom. At that time bond angle, dihedral angle is changed, and both the bonds are somewhat eclipsed with each other. This equatorial bond, this is an equatorial bond, white color bond is equatorial and green color bond is axial bond, so that here you must remember this one. This axial bond is somewhat greater dihedral angle in case of staggered conformation. But now we see here this white color bond which is at equatorial position, and this carbonyl group both are on the same side and give a eclipsed dihedral angle. Okay, so you can understood that point. And now we go for the alpha haloketone effect. If we can replace one of the hydrogen from the adjacent carbon atom of sp2 hybridized carbon by any halogen. Suppose we are trying to convert, or we are trying to replace one of the hydrogen from the sp3 hybridized carbon atom. Suppose this is the sp3 hybridized carbon atom adjacent to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom, and these two positions are important for us for explaining this and these are also okay. But now we choose these positions, this is axial and this one is equatorial. When we replace one of the position of hydrogen by the chlorine atom, which is an halogen, okay. So we try to draw this structure here. Suppose we can convert that by halogen. Suppose our halogen is chlorine, okay. In one structure which contain the equatorial position is occupied by the halogen, and in another case here this is our carbonyl group, that chlorine occupies axial position, okay. So we can understood by using lone pair of the oxygen and lone pair of the chlorine both are repel to each other. Okay, so repulsion is occurred, and due to this repulsion, this double bond will try to compress. Okay, and after compression we have here, I would like to give you some idea about this. Okay, it will compress, and now the compressed double bond is somewhat look like this. Okay, compressed double bond can shorten the length of this double bond, and the oxygen atom will now appear here, and these are the lone pair. And now we are going to say here the distance between this chlorine and this oxygen is somewhat greater. At that time, repulsion between this is somewhat less, or stress is somewhat released between these two negatively charged groups. Okay, and so that this is the compressed double bond, and due to this compression in double bond, the stretching frequency of carbonyl group is not normal, which is increased by 20 centimeter inverse. So that here there is presence of chlorine which can affect the stretching frequency of carbonyl group. Okay, and from this overall explanation you can understood very well alpha haloketone effect. In this case here we already seen all these two cases. When the halogen is present at equatorial position, stretching frequency is somewhat fluctuate, and when the chlorine atom is present at the axial position, at that time there is no change in its stretching frequency in IR. Okay, so we try to write the stability of these two structures. In this case here, structure second having chlorine is at axial is more stable than that of when chlorine is present at the equatorial position, so that we write here this is unstable structure. This is unstable structure. Okay, and this overall explanation is nothing but the alpha haloketone effect. Okay, here we try to write some structures and give the stability of the structure. Okay, here we take one example. If the structure, which suppose we have one example having this is our carbonyl group, and here we try to write here bromine. Okay, this is planar structure, and now you would like to convert that structure into the stable conformation. Okay, in chair form. Okay, so in this case, suppose this is your chair. Okay, we try to draw both the possibility, stability and instability. Okay, here suppose this is your double bond and this bromine is here. Okay, bromine is present at equatorial position, and suppose here this is your carbonyl group and this is your bromine. Why? Because bromine is represented by wedge line, so that the bromine is present at the beta side. Okay, now in both cases bromine is present at beta equatorial and beta axial. Okay, now which one is the more stable structure? Okay, so according to alpha haloketone effect, we are trying to say here when the bromine is present at equatorial position, there is more steric repulsion between the oxygen and bromine is possible, so that the structure is highly unstable, and the structure having bromine is present at the axial position, the structure is more stable. Why? Because there is no steric repulsion between carbonyl oxygen and the bromine. Okay, there is steric repulsion between the oxygen between the bromine which is present at the axial and also the proton present on the third position. Okay, 1,3 diaxial interaction is possible, but that interaction is very less as compared to bromine present at the equatorial position, so that here the structure first is more stable than the structure having bromine at equatorial position. Okay, now we go for second structure. Okay, suppose this is a planar structure and here the bromine is present at the wedge line, and here this is methyl group. Both the bonds are wedge, and now we are trying to convert the structure into the stable chair conformation. Okay, suppose here this is carbonyl, this is bromine, and here at this position this is methyl. Okay, and another structure we have. Okay, this is chair. Suppose here your carbonyl group, here this is bromine, and here this is methyl group. Okay, now in these two cases, which structure is most stable? Okay, in this case, here we remember one thing: the repulsion between 1,3 diaxial groups is not greater, but in this case here the hydrogen is replaced by methyl, so that bromine is one of the bulkier substituent and methyl is also one of the bulkier substituent than hydrogen. That's why they will interact in much more as compared to carbonyl oxygen. Okay, so that the stable structure is this one and this is unstable. Okay, so you remember this thing, having there is no application of alpha haloketone effect, or this is alpha haloketone effect, but the interaction or repulsion between these two groups is less as compared to repulsion between these two groups when methyl and bromine both are at axial position, so that there is more repulsion as compared to the repulsion between carbonyl and bromine when the bromine is present at the equatorial position. So that we remember that thing, in which case our compound is more stable. Okay, and you try to put that groups on that fixed or specific position. By selecting that, you can choose which one is the more stable structure. Okay, and this is all about the alpha haloketone effect. Okay, thank you.